and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young.
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young.
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flow letter.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Hey man, Rob out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We brought you here because now a video, a picture, essentially, allegedly, of Donald Trump meeting with some Nautic looking blonde haired guys in red uniforms, and it's going viral, right? Some people taking it and spinning it with AI. You know what I'm saying? They taking it and spinning it with AI and making it, however it go. But here's the thing, like I said, they really didn't want you to know about the Eisenhower. Matter of fact, while we got people tying again, let's roll that beautiful being footage, man. Let's see here.
Here's what happened, Art. In 1954, President Eisenhower met with the Greys to abduct a very small number of persons that in exchange for advanced technology from the aliens, and we would be periodically given a list of those persons abducted. We got something less than the technology we bargained for and found that the abductions exceeded by 1,000,000-fold what we had naively agreed to. And when we first became aware of this, we protested to the little gray being that we held in the captivity at the YY-2 facility at Los Alamos. We found out that the Greys are cybernetic organisms, glorified robots, if you will, who work here at the behest of their employers, monitoring us through abductions.
Now, I got a tape coming out called The Origin of the Greys. The Greys, we built the Greys a long time ago on Mars as biological robots. And the reason why we built them is because we breathe hydrogen, and they only needed sunlight to absorb through their eyes because they were biological. And some of the ones where they in the dark areas, they drank a solution that smell like photosynthesis or like fresh cut grass, like the ones like krill and them. But they could go to certain environments, to planets that were conducive to our body types or the avatars that we had at the time. And they could go in there and see if it was the minerals that we needed. It's kind of like they're advanced biological robots. They really like the first stage of the Atom Project as well. Of the when you look at the stages of it in the mother's womb, at about the 3-month stage, you see the gray, right? I don't want to freak people out, but the gray, like I say, the Greys work for us until we freed them. They worked for us for a long time until we freed them. When I say us, I mean the Anunnakis. And when they got freed, the Ramadians, it was different species of them, like 70 different species and like 200 kingdoms. But some of the kingdoms got overthrown by the Dragon reptilians, like the Marker-beam. The Marker-beams are the ones that Eisenhower made the deal with at it was Air Force Base, 1954, just like you just heard. And they began in exchange for technology to abduct people, but they started abducting 100 to 1. Right? They said they was abducting this one guy, but then they abducted 10, 15, 25 other guys connected to that one guy. And but he also met with 2 other groups that they don't talk about. They don't mention the black group that came in the cigar craft, but they don't like to talk about it. They like to only mention the Nartics, which we about to get into. The Nartics, right? It's different types of Nartics, but it ain't. They're few in number. Trust and believe. You're talking about Aldebarans is one, Ashtar Command, but all these people origin from the same place, right? They're not. Some people want to call them Pleiadians because they're renting like 1 or 2 planets out in the Pleiades galaxy, but they're Ashtar Command. Ashtar Command comes from Cyrus. They know most in avatars, but I don't want to get too spaced out. So, but the ones you see Trump meeting with, some people say saying they Venerians. That's because the Venerians look different. The Venerians don't got blonde hair. The Venerians got brown hair and black hair. And they don't got that. They got more. They look more humanoid than them beings you seen. That the beings you seen, the beings they showing with the pasty looking skin, that's one fraction of Ashtar Command. You got people like Ric Flair. Go look up Ric Flair background and how he got the same background storyline as Superman. He just pop up out of nowhere. We adopt him. Yeah, we adopt him. Next thing you know, he's this guy, swole muscle bound dude talking about high on cocaine. Yeah, because Ashtar Command is the ones that beamed you up, Scotty. They the ones that gave. We gotta get into it, man. We give people time to get on, hit that subscribe button. Ashtar Command, the master teacher, freedom master teacher, Dr. Malachi York. He already put us on to Ashtar Command and what they all about. The master teacher said that the Ashtar Command, then it's a book I should have pulled that book out. For people that's listening, the students of the master teacher, check out the millennial book. I think it's like page 100 and some, 50 some, where he talk about the Aldebarans, and then in the Holy Tablets, he talk about Ashtar Command. And in the man from the book, the man from Planet Riz. Okay, so and we got like about 8 tapes on Ashtar Command in the different extraterrestrial playlists, right? If you want to check out more about Ashtar Command, so let's get into it. What you seeing in that picture, if it's to be true, is them probably discussing the Nessera plan. The Nessera already got a tape breaking that down about Ashtar Command when they met up with Eisenhower in 1954. They put over this electronic money system and credit card system to them, this quantum money system. But them guys rejected it back then. They only took part of it, and they brought in the electronic money system. If you notice, now you if you get Social Security, whatever it is from the government, it's got to be on some kind of card. Whether it's when you used to get food stamps, they used to be in the book, and they used to be different colors for different denominations. But now you got to get a card, right? Everybody's got a card, right? Because that's part of the NASA plan. And the Bitcoin and blockchain. Blockchain is a part of Ashtar Command's whole agenda. to block your ass and put you on a chain and put a block on it. Chain gang. Go back to them old photos in Mississippi when they imprisoned people and they put a bowling ball and a chain on their leg, right? Keep you into this fiat, fat imaginary. They want to take you all the way into it though, right? And then I want to talk to you about no gold and silver while J.P. Morgan is building the biggest silver refinery down in Tennessee as we speak. And I want to tell you about none of that. So yeah. So here we go. Like the master teacher taught us is that Yaku was influenced by Ashtar Command because these guys got power to jump time, time travel technology with their ships. I got a book called by Susan Lai, and listen to the name Susan Lai. Hey, shout out Judge Shady Court for the super chat. Hey, Susan Lai got like 3-4 books by her. And listen to the name Susan Lai, right? She breaks down Ashtar Command ships and how they can jump time and 12 dimensions. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe they got 12 dimensions because they got their technology from us. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe none of that. What she's saying because she's saying her name Susan Lai. Now look at this. So they jump back in time. They are white supremacists. It's all for to make sense for you in the end. We got a whole bunch of tapes on this stuff. Ashtar Command are white supremacists. And just do your background on Trump, even though we see, but it's certain groups of them. Like I say, I don't want to get down to that, but just go do Trump background with the white supremacy done secretly. He fooled Judge Joe Brown by having a black girl and helping. That's how they do. Why you think the Ku Klux Klan was meeting up with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm X now? And Malcolm X went out complaining about it. Or somebody, right? Somebody went out complaining about the Nation of Islam meeting up with the Ku Klux Klan. So keep in mind how shit working. Keep in mind about Adam Clay Powell and Malcolm X them sharing a stage with these Ku Klux Klan guys. All this stuff is gonna tie in together because the Third Reich and Hitler and them is all part of the same thing. Ashtar Command. Hitler had the same ideology as Yaku. Hitler was a devil, right? So if you want to talk, if people want to say, oh, they want to laugh at Yaku, say, oh, yeah, this stuff not real. Well, Hitler was real. Hitler had the same agenda as Yaku to take over the world. Yaku wanted to take over the world. Hitler wanted to create a superior race. He called the Aryan brothers and the Aryan race, yeah. And Yaku wanted to create a superior race. Hitler could have been a reincarnation of Yaku. Tell you, man. He experimented on people. Yaku experimented on people. Hitler experimented on people. Do I need to keep beating it over your head to show you the correlations of Hitler and Yaku? And these guys both were influenced from what the master teacher said by Ashtar Command, the same guys that's meeting up with Trump in the pictures. Now, how they become Ashtar Command? Because they had to go back to their original home planet and hook up with the original. The people that they mean with is Ashtar Command, the Airborne Regiment. They ain't reading with the ground unit. The ground unit look like lizards, like Greco lizards, but they bipedal and they are about at least 6 to 7 foot tall and they're intelligent. And at one point, they came to fight and help us against the Anunnakis and the Dragonians. The Nomos, they weren't part of the Nomos. So this Ashtar Command people are up to no good, and that's why Eisenhower, that's why when Valiant Thor, who was a real Venerian, because they're saying that these guys, them guys that's meeting with Trump ain't Venerians. The Venerians are already incorporated into the government since 1950s. They already work inside the government since Valiant Thor. Go look up Valiant Thor. We got tapes on him. He's a Venerian, just like Elvis Presley, and we can list them on. Ed Limpskin down there putting together that stone structures down in Florida. These people were Venerians. But it's already people whistleblowers that came out talking about all of this. But my point is bringing up Valiant Thor from the land of Thor. The land of Thor is a continent. Thor is a continent or a city on this continent on Venus. That's how he got the last name Valiant Thor. But he came with a whole group: his wife, his brother, and we got pictures of all of these people. And okay. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, so at the meeting at Darcy Air Force Base with the Grays, not Darcy, Edwards. They met at Darcy too, and they made at some of the deals they made at Los Alamos after they got that built up, according to Phil Snyder, who got his hands blew off by a Gray alien. Niggas think you're crazy, man. They ain't people that never heard of these people. They think I'm talking crazy. He got his hands blew off by a Gray, man. They got into a shootout with the Grays, them in the Green Berets, down in New Mexico. But at that meeting, Valiant Thor told Eisenhower, don't get in business with the Ashtar Command. The same guys who Trump essentially supposed to be meeting up with right now. And so he didn't. Eisenhower didn't. So he made a deal with the jackets. He made a deal with dirty Grays, with the marker beams. And then the Majestic 12 come back later. People never heard of Majestic 12 and Adjacent Society. Majestic 12 come back later and says, hold on, man, the numbers don't look right. Y'all said y'all was going to adopt under 100,000 and y'all adopted millions. And some of the people not coming back. Why? Because they being eaten. These people eat humans, these Grays, these marker beans. They grind them up in a blender like you do with fruits and vegetables, and then they ooze it down into a pool underground, and it stank like a mud, smashing a whole bunch of 1,000 dead bodies, grind it up, stinking. And then they go down there and swim in that shit and absorb it through their skin. These marker beans. I tell you, man, people that make it go down there don't make like a smoothie. People that go down there don't make it out, man. And then so they find out they adopted 100 to 1. For every 1 people they report to the Majestic 12, they adopted 100 people. Because why? Because you did business with the dirty Grays, the Orion Crusaders. That's what another name. They come out of Raja, and they work for the Dragon Reptilians. Because when making a deal can be legitimized on a galactic scale, but man, I'm telling you, I bet it was fucking alien print, unseen print in that document. And they said, oh, we ain't signed no document. Let's get more into it. Watch this.
On Earth is secret. They would furnish us with advanced technology and would help us in our technological development. They would not make any treaty with any other Earth nation. They could abduct humans on a limited and periodic basis for the purpose of medical examination and monitoring of our development, with the stipulation that the humans would not be harmed, would be returned to their point of abduction, that the humans would have no memory of the event, and that the alien nation would furnish MJ-12 with a list of all human contacts and abductees on a regularly scheduled basis. And this is not being done. It was agreed that each nation would receive the ambassador of the other for as long as the treaty remained in force. It was further agreed that the alien nation and the United States would exchange 16 personnel each to the other with the purpose of learning each of the other. The alien guests would remain on Earth, and the human guests would travel to the alien point of origin for a specified period of time, then return. at which point a reverse
Called
exchange
Project
would be
Serpo.
made. I have no knowledge whatsoever of what happened to those original
I made a
16
whole tape
humans
on.
who left the Earth with the aliens. It was also agreed that bases would be constructed underground for the use of the alien nation and that 2 bases would be constructed for the joint use of the alien nation and the United States government. The base at Dulce is one, the base at S4 in the area known as Area 51 or Dreamland is the second. Exchange of technology would take place in the jointly occupied bases. These alien bases would be constructed under Indian reservations in the 4 corners of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, and one would be constructed in Nevada in the area known as S4, located approximately 7 miles south of the western border of Area 51, otherwise known as Dreamland. All alien areas are under complete control of the Naval Department, and all personnel who work in these complexes receive their checks from the Navy. Construction of the bases began immediately, but progress was slow until large amounts of money were made available in 1957, and in the meantime work continued on the Yellow Book with the information derived from the guests.
The Rothschilds are the ones that made the large amount. That's why they got all the facilities. We're going to get into that.
How many of you saw Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
And the Rockefeller.
That movie was absolutely true. Those events did take place. Not exactly as you saw them, not in the place where you saw them take place, but there was a landing, there was an agreement, there was conversation, there was an exchange of personnel made. I would like to say now also that J. Allen Hynek was the technical director on that movie, and he was also the co-author of Grudge 13, which I read between the years 1970 and 1973, along with another man named Lieutenant Colonel Friend.
All right, that's William Bill Cooper, right? Y'all know him from Behold the Pale Horse. I got that book out there in the garage. He breaks all this stuff down about the MJ-12 and the meeting with the Greys and James Forrester, who allegedly jumped out of his hospital window, but we believe he got thrown out. But that's another thing, yeah, with the MJ-12. I just wanted to let him tell you about. He's just giving you a little breakdown on a deal that they made with the marker beams, right? But like I say, they in everything they do, they don't want to mention the Nubian extraterrestrials. Now here you go. Now some people out here be doing some crazy shit like Wesley Muhammad. Shout out Wesley Muhammad. Wesley Muhammad said that some chick said that these Greys were black, the ones that was on the Roswell crash. And I thought to myself, man, these people just keep trying to lean towards the old statement. And then he said they look like foreigners. They look like foreigners and they were black. And he said, oh, this is the Asiatic black man. Right? These niggas still promoting this shit. So there was a midget. They were 4-foot midgets. They were Asiatic black men. Now, unless he talking about the Twi, I don't know what the hell. Unless he talking about the Twi flying these UFO, flying the Roswell crash, we don't know what he talking about. Yeah, man. Now, I know why she said the bodies were black. It's because they was in a crash and they bodies got burned real bad and they was all burned up. That's why their bodies was black. But it's just somebody, they look like foreigners. Yeah, they look like Orientals. Grays look like they got the big slanted black eyes. The ones she seen, the reason why she said they look like Orientals is because they were the Ebens. The Ebens look more humanoid looking, but they Grays. We got a whole tape on them, like he just was saying, where the government made an exchange of 16 people to the Ebens planet, Project Serpo. We got a whole 4-tape series on that. Okay, but back to Ashtar Command, and at the meeting, like I say, Valiant Thor, who's a Venerian, and some people were the Venerians on the white Venerians, like Elvis Presley and them. They are and they got the black hair. Most of them got black slick hair, and they can't grow hair on their face. Right? The Elvis Presley you see with the long sideburns is a lookalike that they use to replace Elvis. That's why in the movie Man in Black 1, they said, "Oh, Elvis didn't die; he just went home." Why? Because he's a Venerian, right? And they Venerians good at mimicking. That's why Elvis Presley was mimicking all them people like Otis Reddick and the rest of them. And they got. I can break down their anatomy too, but we might do that on another class. I already got classes on it though, breaking it down, the Venerian anatomies, how they only got one size long. Their heart is their heart is more on the center of their chest, and it's like almost 2 times the size of not 2 times, but a little bit bigger than yours. Their heart bigger than yours, so they can run a little faster. But they toxic though. That's why Valiant Thor wouldn't shake hands with nobody. Yeah, but he said don't make deals with Ashtar Command. Why? Because once they got control of the electronic money system, they can hack. They in control of everything. So why would Donald Trump be meeting up with Ashtar Command? Because Donald Trump is Ashtar Command. I told everybody from the jump. These guys, Ashtar Command is white supremacists. And they're herders, y'all. They're planet poachers and herders for the reptilians. Because the Dragon reptilians were they're eating white meat at first until Ashtar Command middleman through with a Leiluz deal, because they take up on a Leiluz deal. This particular bunch. And they gotta herd a certain amount of kids still, so they don't get eaten. Because if they don't come through on that deal, the reptilians gonna eat their ass. So what they gotta do, they gotta keep herding the people. And I believe Ashtar Command is trying to overthrow the reptilian agenda in a slick kind of way too, as well. They're trying to, because they neutral and they want to have their own piece. Everybody, all of these vultures want to have their own piece of the pie, so they all eventually cross each other out or stab each other in the back. That's what old Lou and his gang is all about. Man, if you think they ain't, you gonna get stabbed in the back eventually, hanging around some of him and his guys. I'm telling you, man, you bound to get stabbed in the back, hanging around some devils. I'm telling you, man, ain't no doubt about it. It's 100% chance of rain on that deal. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Hey, somebody said they seen it. They shot that boy Purple 7 Hawk, Chief Purple 7 Hawk, on the back on the land, man. So, yeah, man. I think one of them is a AI copy, but the first one, the one that's blurry, is the real one. Because this ain't nothing new. The government been meeting with these guys ever since Eisenhower. They met with Jimmy Carter. Doc talk about all this in the Man from Planet Riz. They met with Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter had 7 clones. They been getting booty with the Greys since the 50s, man. I'm telling you. And if you think when I say booty, you ought to get the booty smell. Because if you go to Macon, Georgia, like Doc said, when they created on Eisenhower Boulevard in Macon, Georgia, they had a base underground for the Greys. And that's why it really was stinking in Macons. They ain't got it. Then they put paper mills, because paper mills give off a certain odor to try to act like, oh yeah, the paper mill is the reason why it's funky. Nah, man, when you go to Macons, it smell like scraped butt crack, and the butt crack ain't coming from the paper mill, just like in Monroe, Louisiana. Shout out Monroe, Louisiana. Down in Monroe, Louisiana, it smell like butt crack as soon as you drive in their town. Now, if you stay down there for about 2 hours, the fade smell. The fade smell away. The fade smell. If you from Monroe, you don't smell it. Yeah, you don't smell the butt crack smell. But if you ain't, that's why, man, go back and pull up a tape. And when Trump went to Monroe and they pissed him out down there, when he left, he said, man, it smelled like, I ain't never going back to Monroe. It smelled like ass down in Monroe. Yeah, man. Smell like ass in Monroe, man. That's what and I had to at the time I had forgot about that paper mill. And then I was thinking that damn, did he if somebody was there bouncing their funky ass, that's what he smelled. Or was it? Then I thought about damn, nah, Monroe got that. Yeah, man, it's funky down there, man. Unless you're a native. If you're a native Monroe and you don't smell the butt crack, man. But if you ride to that, man, once you get on, yeah, it gonna hit you. Especially if they got that paper mill fired up. Same thing in Makins, but secretly on the ground, Doc said they had put a base and they were stealing kids and sending them to the graves. And the graves was down there cloning all kind of shit. The graves gave them technology for cloning. And then it was getting so stanky and bad, they said they had to move Doc said they moved some of the shit to Puerto Rico. Some of their base to Puerto Rico. And then some people got on they the voodoo guys or somebody got on to them out there. Then they moved to West to West Texas, where it's like in the middle of nowhere where the coyotes and shit hang out. Yeah, underground, man. So yeah, man, Trump, if he's doing business with it, it's because he's Ashtar Command. They gonna roll the full the group that and they look different from the Ashtar Command look different. They got different color hair. Some of them got white hair. That's the older ones. It look like the people that Trump met with, based on their uniform, they look like the military. That wasn't Sheran, because if Trump, I don't know how tall Trump is. Somebody said Trump was 6'3", but if Trump is 6'3", Sheran like 7'3", 7'4". So he'd be way taller than that. So the people that he with is, because I know, like if you look at the people, and then it's a dude that if you go back and look at the tape before this tape even came out, if you go back and look at the tape I put out like 4 or 5 months ago about Ashtar Command, and look at the cover of the tape and look at the dude shaking Sheeran's hand, the dude that's shaking his hand is like his grandfather, or like his wife's grandfather. So they look like more of like a blue skin. Then they made this with the pale, pasty looking white ones like Sheeran them, and then they interbreed with each other, had children. So some of them got pasty white looking skin, and then they different. The beings that's in that picture is different from the tall whites. The tall whites get taller. They get 8-10 foot tall. These tall whites. Somebody says Trump about 6'4", right? So if Trump about 6'4", shit, that's damn near right though. That's about 7 foot. If you look at their picture, them people about 7 foot. Because if Trump's 6'4", that's about only 6 inches off. And one of them guys, at least in that picture, is 7 foot. So yeah. But they ain't Sheeran though, because Sheeran, he got all gold uniforms. He only wear all gold uniforms. And he got like, he'll have sunglasses on because of their eyes. Those are a different type. Those are more of a hybrid. Those are more of a hybrid type. They ain't send the head. Them like the head guys. Them like some high rank military guys. But keep in mind, like I said, they influenced Hitler and Yaku to create these superior races. Hitler comes with his superior race to the Olympics and put them up against Jesse Owens, and they got dusted. Hitler writes a book about it, man, saying that the superior genes, the superior Negroes, beings, or the blacks, or whatever he want to call us, the Moors, that's what we really are, because they try to call us Indian, all these other things, and that everybody's scared of the word more. But that's my nationality. Why? Because, man, the number one ops, they frown when you say it. When you say Indian, they just say, "Oh, that's interesting." When you say any other thing, I'm a Crip, I'm a Blood, I'm a Christian, I'm a Hebrew. Anything you say, they say, "Oh, that's interesting." But if you say you a Moor, they say, "Ugh." They start fucking, like, you know how vampires go into the sun and the sun hit them and cook them. Man, when you say more, that's how they start cooking, like the sun on their ass. They don't like that word for some man. I'm telling you, man. And then a strange reason they got our damn fizz on their head. Something I'm telling you, man. And then they riding around in killer clown cars at the parade and they doing all the circus, stealing the kids. They set up all the Walt Disney's and the Six Flags. These guys, they killer clowns from outer space in 3D, y'all. Trying to rock our crowns like they know about tomorrow, but they're a whole bunch of clowns. And they working with Ashtar Command. Yeah, Ashtar Command is in on all of this, man. Yeah, killer clowns, man. They real clowns for real, though. Just go pull them up, the Shrine of Clowns. And they the ones that been guarding the North Gate, like Gay F. Kahooba and Franklin D.R. Roosevelt, who signed us over to the Aldebaran and the Vrillon Society and reptilians, whose Eisenhower was a part of. Yeah. Eisenhower kept the little almond boy 666 and raised him up in Berlin. IBM computers. Hey, let me show you what they got going. Let me play these clips.
People of Earth, we've met with your leaders. They were delectable.
We're releasing a lot of information having to do with extraterrestrial things, and people are totally fascinated by it. It's amazing. I wasn't sure they would enjoy it. It's literally trending #1. Can you believe it? So a lot of people out there are like it, but we're releasing all of that information.
Supposedly, Trump went to Area 51 and someone got footage. This looks exactly like the picture that was posted on his social media the other day that we got no explanation for. If this is a...
So apparently President Donald Trump has met with Nordic species of people from beyond the ice wall of Australia. And this is it.
They look about like a couple inches taller than him. Now, hey, look, I can believe that too now. I can believe that too, but they all Ashtar Command. Ain't no pale Nordics native to this planet. I don't give a fuck across the ice wall or not. I'm telling you, man, ain't nobody native to this planet. Now, it's some people that came to Earth, to study under their own vine and fig tree, like the Telosians. The Telosians look like those people. So they could be Telosians too. But you know what I'm saying? They could be Telosians from the Mount Sasha. That's another group. But they connect back with Ashtar Command anyway. So it's the same people. We only got a few people that we're dealing with that's Nordics. We got Aldebarans. I already did a tape on them. Trump met with the Aldebaran commander, which was a woman. Go back and get the tape I already did in a different extraterrestrial playlist called Trump Meet with the Aldebarans. I show videos of him meeting with these people, these Aldebarans. So that's one group. You got another group, Ashtar Command. That's the so-called Plateians, which set up colonies and made deals on what they're calling the other side of the ice wall, which is not when they say the other side of the ice wall, they really don't go into detail on explaining to you what it looked like. It's really a hole in the top of the earth and the bottom of the earth. A man named Admiral Byrd flew into it. So these people who are more advanced than the surface, but the government got all the technology because they made a deal. They've been making deals with the Greys for technology since 1950. So you know they want to use it against you they want to weaponize it against you, like laser weapons, like when they attacked LA with talking about fires going off everywhere. But if you had a blue roof or some blue talk. Just so happened they didn't work on it. That's who these people are, man. And then they say, "Oh yeah, well, aliens shot at you, man." While it's the government shooting at you from with advanced technology they've been working with since 1950s. Not to mention Project Paperclip, when they got all Hitler's paperwork that Ashtar Command gave him. Because you know Hitler, Ashtar Command is galactic criminals, and they will be held accountable. I'm telling you, man. They guilty of time jumping. They guilty of giving a lower race extraterrestrial technology without Galactic Council approval to a developing race. That's the same galactical law the Anunnakis broke. The Anunnakis broke a whole bunch of laws, but by them giving Hitler essentially through psychics, they say, technology to do the bail, to make flying saucers, which will essentially lead to Admiral Byrd going down to Antarctica to confront Hitler and his Ashtar Command's connections. And Hitler and them told him a new butt crack, man. Hitler and them told Admiral Byrd and them a new butt crack. They left out of there running. Yeah, Project High Jump. Go look it up. We already got a whole tape on it. And different. Yeah, Project High Jump. Project Deep Freeze. Well, they go down now, supposed to regulate on Hitler, and supposed to go down there and set trip on Hitler. And when they were just set tripping on Hitler, Hitler pulled out some shit, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like the shit on Don't Be a Menace. When old boy came and pulled up on Lil Wayne, the Wayne's brother, right, the one there with the plaques, he pulled out a little bazooka and said, "Dude, what's up, man?" Hey, he supposed to be scared. Old boy popped the back of the mail truck. He got a whole nuke in the back. He said, "Dude, we have a problem." That's the type of shit Hitler pulled out on Admiral Byrd. Now, yeah, they pulled out their little bazooka. Hitler pulled out his. His just was a little bigger. They had to get the hell on. Yeah, man, they ain't beat Hitler down there, man. Hitler pulled out UFOs with anti-craft weapons and lasers on this shit back in the 40s, man. So where did Hitler get the technology? Who gave him the idea, and why did Hitler lose? Or did Hitler really lose? Because we got word that Hitler escaped and went down and lived his life to the 2000s in Argentina, and so essentially made clones of himself from the movie of Boys in Brazil. So the fake Hitler, the decoy Hitler, they used his face to be the fall guy. They kept him cracked out. Why? Because Ashtar Command is the niggas that beamed up. Scotty is the chief scientist for Sheran. So the beanie of Scotty is because Ashtar Command gave Hitler not only technology, but they gave him formula for different drugs. People think that you gonna get a just making this shit up. They gave him formulas for different drugs like PCP and crack cocaine, freebase. Yeah. So Hitler was doing experiments just like Yaku with drugs on people. And in 1920, go pull up a thing called Operation Werewolf, where they were selling crack cocaine back in the 20s and 30s, man, Hitler and them. And they cracked out Poland. Poland was smoking Nubians in Poland because they don't want to tell you. They go get the book called Black Holocaust, German Holocaust, right? Well, Hitler was cracked out. They used crack as a weapon already back then, and they were smoking werewolf because the dude that was running the operation named Werewolf was the one that was cooking up a storm. He was cooking crack. The Germans was the first ones essentially in they line of race to start experimenting with all of these things and making medicines and all of this. The Koch brothers adding cocaine to their Coca-Cola goes all the way back to German, the Germans, right? You hear it? And essentially, this is where we're going. Crack. They cracked Poland out, right? I'm gonna tell you how they knew what crack was. They called it freebase back then, before they start calling it crack. When they cooked up a storm and pretty much had 75 to 80% of Poland on crack. And when Hitler and them rolled in with their tanks to conquer, take over Poland, when they rolled into the capital, and the people didn't even put up a fight. And you know what they told Hitler? When Hitler told them, he said, "Man, we here to take over your country." They said, "We don't give a damn about you taking over the country. You can have the country." Man, what werewolf it? What werewolf? Hitler's right hand crack man. Well, werewolf it, man. We need werewolf because before they bomb rushed them and rolled in on them, they starved them for 2 weeks on the crack. They made werewolf stop cooking crack and starved them for 2 weeks. They was looking crazy, man. They was looking like deer in the headlights for 2 weeks because they couldn't get no shit, man. So when they rolled in, they said, "Hey, man, fuck your tanks. And your guns, nigga, where werewolf at so he can cook us some crack?" Nigga, yeah. The hell you talking about, Hitler? We don't give a damn about no country. You can have, nigga, fire that pot up, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Yeah, fire that pot up, my nigga. And then so America picked this tactic up and first used it against the Chinese with opium. People think that the Lees didn't overthrow China. They crazy, man. They overthrow them during the opium trade. They overpower. They got in there and they pump opium in there. They got 80% of China on opium, and then they roll right in on them and conquer them. Yeah, just like they did in. It's the same method. Then they came over here and then did the same thing to us. They hit us with the heroin joint first. Then they hit us with the alcohol. Then they hit us with the crack. I'm telling you, man, it's a fucking same plan. The same plan Hitler had with his New World Order agenda. It's the same plan they use in the Chinese, the same plan they use on us, same plan they use on the Vietnamese, same plan they use on it. When they want to conquer people, they crack them out, they drug them out first. Because once you drug them out, they more easy to conquer. I just told you what they told Hitler. They say, "Hitler, we don't give a damn about no tank and no aircraft gun you got, man. You ain't got to blast us. You can blast us, all right? Right? Give us some of that. Give us a blast. You can give us a blast." You know what I'm saying? But not from the gun, man. From a pipe, man. Fire that pipe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You got to pookie us. Yeah, man. You can give us a blast, all right? That's what a blast ain't nothing but a $5 piece. They was asking Hitler for whatever he got. Hitler smoked the shit too, though. That's the killer. Him and his old lady. We talk about it. Hitler was always high as hell. That's why he didn't really achieve his goals, man. Crack. When he started smoking crack, he man, that's what made him then, that's how he didn't come up in the game, man. He ain't, man, he ain't come up. He saw, Hitler messed up. If Hitler would have never started smoking crack, he would have took over the world. But that's part. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, and that goes for a lot of niggas in the hood right now. They would have never started smoking crack. They would have took over the world. Right now in the hood, people that was brilliant minds that was they could draw or paint cars, whatever they could do. They was the best there is at it. But crack came in and to set them down a whole nother path. It was like a nuclear bomb, man. I'm telling you, man. Whether they start smoking it or selling it, where they got put up into jail, or whether they got addicted to it, both ends of the stick is addictive because you got once you make it 20,000 or 10,000 in one day, man. For a young cat, man, you know that ain't never had nothing they could do it like them. Got to go work on no job, and when some of them cats was raised good, it's like 50% of them that they don't got no good start out, but most of them guys that go to selling crack got to get started out. They got good working parents, all that, right? Like Big Meech. Big Meech is one of the biggest dope, essentially selling the most dope. And his mama and them were church working folks. He wasn't, his mama and them wasn't no crackheads or none of it. I just saw him do an interview talking about it. So, but he wanted to sell dope and because they influence, man. TV, man. Ashtar Command is in on all of this. I'm telling you, it's a race war. And the race war is going on in more than one way. Crack was part of it, man. Ashtar Command did that. Essentially, coming down from Hitler. And what happens is during Project Paperclip, they gonna look that up. With the rocket, the fake was where they set up the NASA as a cover up and the CIA and the Majestic 12 as the real shit. The real dark space program. I got a book on that, man. Your boy, the guy I just played, talk about it. William Cooper, man. Yeah, so while they got the CIA and the Majestic 12 and the Jason Society running all of the patents and outer space shit that they took over from Hitler, they telling you by NASA building the rocket that eventually the Greys off the mother plane told them, man, don't shoot that little shit up here no more, man. And if you do, we gonna shoot it down. So ever since then, 2019, any rocket they shot up been getting shot down. Why? Because they were busting holes in the dome. Doc said it too. They were busting holes in the ozone layer with that damn nuclear bomb. They just kept shooting to the moon. Yeah, that's what that rocket was. It's a big ass thing full of gas that will blow up. And they were you can pierce through with certain type of material. You can pierce through this what they call an affirmament and you could get out. People think you can't get out. You can get out, but they were busting out because once you bust through this dome that you're in, that's like leaving a hole in it. But it's not like a glass dome like you think. It's more like an electromagnetic dome, frequency dome, and it's 7 layers. And they bust through it and put a hole in it. And the extraterrestrials had to come and patch them holes up because it was letting ultraviolet rays get through our planet too fast. It destroyed the planet fast, and it caused a star holocaust. If Earth explode, being that she's the heart of the solar system, so they had to come in and patch that up. They told the government, "Hey man, don't shoot that little shit no more, man. You can't get out of here. You ain't going nowhere. Chill, be cool, dog." They said, "Oh no, we don't want to listen to y'all." They shot something up. Boom! They blew that shit right out the sky. I got videos of it, of the Greys. I got videos of the Greys coming in, right, and shooting they shit out the sky. Yeah, so like I said, if he mean with Ashtar Command, these are the guys that tried to crack us out, and tried to hair on us out, tried to PCP us out, tried to make us forget that we were the original heirs to the planet and to all land masses on this and the water. Because we are the real mer people, by the way. You niggas are nomos, part nomos. Because you know Murdoch, because I just put out a tape about Inky, right? The birth of Inky. No, you ain't never heard that. You can't go bad. That's new information. You ain't gonna like it's you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna find nothing like that. You only because Jackarai Stitching only start with the Pyramid Wars. So I got wait till you hear the one I got coming out called A Day in the Life of a New. You ain't never heard no shit like this. And it's gonna line right up. It's sound right in its reasoning. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. No doubt. Hey, but what I was gonna tell you about Inky. The tape I just put out about Inky, and then Inky had a couple of sons that was critical. We already put this tape out about his oldest son, which is Murdoch. Now, Murdoch is Anu's grandson, and he's Alelu's grandson. Why? Because Alelu and Anu made a deal that their firstborn children would marry each other. So Alelu had a girl, and that girl name was Damkina, and she was part Nomos and humanoid. Look at Anarchy. And so they would make Murdoch Dragonian from Inky, right, from his mother, and they would also give Murdoch birthrights to the earth rights. Inky don't got earth rights. I mean, I'm not Inky, Enlil. Because I heard somebody talking about because they go back to Bantu. A lot of people be listening to me, but they don't say it, man. I'm telling you, because I only hear a few people talking about what I'm saying, and they say, "Oh, Bantu." That's because I hear what you're saying to the doc, and I'm gonna get him on to interview him. But they took avatars from them people. These people are the Najarus. The Najarus and Anunnakis really are different people. So Anu's wife, who is Anu 2, listen to the name. Anu means the Most High, and then 2, Anu, the Most High 2, is she's Anu half sister. She's not Anu's full-blooded sister. His Enlil's mother. Right? So, like I said, his prominent son is Murdoch, and then Nergal, and then you got Nigazita, who you know him as Tahuti. Right? So Tahuti is Inky's son. So you understand when you watch the Inky tape of where these people get their talents is passed down from their fathers and their mothers. The certain type of traits that they got, it passed down. Tahuti is one of Inky's favorite sons. And then Nergal is the one that made the bombs to start the pyramid wars. Him and Nertu. Nertu is Enlil's oldest son with Mother Ninti, who you call Hathor in the ancient Kemet. Inky is called Ptah too in the ancient Kemet. Yeah, so he had another son. So it was Nergal, it was Murdoch, Nergal, Tahuti, and then it was another son, Osiris. Damuzi was the younger son of Inky, right? You know him as the Lord of the Perfect Black, Osiris, who got took out by his half brother, Satup. Yeah, no, they tried to confuse us with when they try to. What's happening is just like the Jesus name when they go into different cultures, like is in Arabic, it's Esau, and then it's Yahshua in Hebrew. So all them different names is the same people, the same person, but in different cultures when people speak different languages, because the Enlil confused the tongues of us. When we all spoke the same language, we was telepathic, right? Before they altered our junk DNA, we was telepathic. So, but now since we all speak so many different languages, that's where the confusion is coming in at. But when Inky, Ptah, all these people are the same people. It's the same guy. Just like Jesus, Yahshua, Esau, Krishna, all these are the same people, just in different cultures, taken in different parts of the world. It's over 22, 25 different Jesus the Holy Jesus story in different cultures. Even Haru, the name Haru would be another name that predates the Yahshua. Then Tammuz, that's another name for Sananda. It's a galactical name. So now the phone, the select galactical name. So all these different names is just do different cultures, but they're the same people, just like Murdoch, Melchizedek, Michael, El Kaddish, El Ikdar. What are the names? Amen. Amen Ra is another name for Murdoch in ancient Kemet. So it's like that part, right? About the different dialects and different languages as you go to different cultures. That's the same person though. But they did that to trick us. The guys that's running this shit down from the top of the pyramid, Enlil, the guys who poison all the crops, the guy who make viruses and plagues to wipe out humans, the guy who knew about the flood but didn't tell nobody, but he made Enki swear that he wasn't gonna tell nobody, but Enki told Utnapishtim, who is Noah, who you call Noah in the Bible. He told Utnapishtim how to build a submarine from gopher wood, which is just so happened to only be found in Florida, by the way. Yeah, gopher wood. And you wonder why Miami is called Miami. Why? Because part of the Atom Project took place in Florida, in Miami. That's why it's named after Mother Ninty, which is one of her names, Miami. Mama. She's Hathor breastfeeding, sitting down breastfeeding the first human being. Why? Because they carried them as surrogates. And then that horn on her head is the Taurus age, because that's when they did the upgrade during when Enlil was in charge. Enlil was in charge during the Taurus age. And that disc is the sun representing the age in the sun and the age of Taurus during this Atom Project. And she's breastfeeding the first enocyte classified human being. We got to put tapes out about this. And so what happens is they mistake our nanas for Hathor. And some people put the same headdress on both people, but Nana had a chair or a throne on her headdress, and she's breastfeeding Haru, which is another stage, because that's Haru. You got Haru the elder, and then you got Haru the young elder, right? So like Haru, which is Murdoch's son, and then you got Haru, which is Osiris' son. And Murdoch still would be Haru, the young elder's granddad and his uncle, because, like I said, Osiris is Murdoch's brother, and then Osiris is also, in a weird way, Murdoch's grandson because of his mother, through his mother's side, through Ra, Amen Ra, who is Murdoch. I got a tape coming out breaking down the 50, they talk about 46 dynasties, right? But the dynasties start essentially with Osiris, which is a bloodline of Enki. And these are the people they're saying the Jarus are different, right? Osiris is the son of Enki. So Osiris is the first dynasty, which they call pre-dynastic. And then his son, Haru, boom, which Inanna, because Enlil and them switched it to the patriarch, but it really was a matriarch before they came on the Tiamat side. But I got something coming out on that too. So then they go down to Haru, and then Haru had a son named Adihar, and then Adihar had a son named Scorpion King 1, and then Scorpion King 2, and then Norma. So there's like 6 dynasties. Norma is many as which they count as the first dynasty. So that's like 5 dynasties before the first dynasty. So it really would be like 52 dynasties if you count the starting down from Osiris and the God men and all of them. Right. So I'm gonna do one called the 52 dynasties, starting with Osiris all the way to the last Pharaoh. Right. That's gonna be another one we got coming out that's hot. But hey, if you're just not tuning in, we still on this Donald Trump Ashtar Command thing. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all.
On the South Lawn, we are witnessing something truly extraordinary. Two Nordic elders, 444 light years, carrying the cure for every disease known to man. And they have wandered into the territory of the apex dealmaker. Oh, this is a rare privilege. Watch closely now. They reach into his mind, expecting layer upon layer of deception, and they find a single image, perfectly clear. It is him, wearing one of their jackets. In 11,000 years of contact, no species has ever tried to buy the uniform. And now, yes, he is offering the taller one a fight, on Sunday's card. The elder has declined. Good Lord, he has lowered the offer to the prelims. They came carrying the cure for everything. They are leaving with 2 tickets to the ellipse, not cage side. He does not give away cage side. Wait.
AI. But hey, but I just wanna show you what they look like.
Here's what happened.
So apparently,
The mystery of the photo where Trump officially confirms himself.
What they had found.
The mystery of the photo where Trump officially confirms himself with aliens has been solved, or has it? During the World Cup opening ceremony, Trump put up this photo on the official White House Twitter and then immediately removed it, and it went mega viral as people are saying, this looks like Trump with either Nordic-looking or Pleiadian or tall white aliens. So what's happening? People have said the mystery's been debunked, as this is actually Trump meeting the Norwegian Guard that allegedly, either in 2018 or 2019, that he met with the King and Queen of Norway. They came to the White House and they brought their guard, and that's what we're seeing. However, that never happened. In fact, Trump famously has wanted to meet the King and Queen of Norway, and they've given him the cold shoulder and wouldn't. And even the uniforms, their guards look totally different. They're all in black. So then what is this? Also, if that were true, why would he just put up something that was 2018, 2019 that doesn't exist and then just take it down like that? Looking more.
What they had found so far, as grays and aliens and the Roswell incident.
The other thing is, of course, you really weren't able to tell family or close friends, obviously.
No, I couldn't tell anybody. So my boss came to me and he says, we've both got a new assignment, going to the Capitol. We're going to be part of the Eisenhower push. He's trying to find out something about these aliens that MJ-12 was supposed to find out, but never sent back reports to him. They called us in, went into the Oval Office. President Eisenhower was there and Nixon, and they said, we called the people in from MJ-12 from Area 51 and S4, but they told us that the government had no jurisdiction over what they were doing. So he said, I want you and your boss to fly out there. I want you to give them a personal message. And he says, I want you to tell them, whoever is in charge, tell them that to get in, they have this coming week, to get into Washington and to report to me. And if they don't, I'm going to get the 1st Army from Colorado, and we're going to go over, we're going to take the base over. I don't care what kind of classified material you got. We're going to rip this thing apart.
Eisenhower was going.
Hey, so pretty much Jamaica, because that dude voice, he talking like he smoked cigarettes for 50 years. Yeah, but here we go, man. Yeah, so that, to make a long story short on that is once Eisenhower made the deal with the Greys, and then Truman came in and established the Majestic 12, later it was really established about the Eisenhower, but they really gave it a name and a agenda under Truman, right? But they left Eisenhower out the deal, right? Even though they named underground bases after him and everything, because of he's supposed to be going on the dentist appointment, but he out at all that Dorsey, all that Edwards get booty with the Grays at 54. Yeah, man. And so this is all out. All this information is out, is known information. So Trump meeting up with Ashtar Command ain't nothing new, man. All the presidents been meeting up with these guys, trying to get booty with them since 54, man. Yeah, man. Since 54. So, man, what year is it now? How long, man? How long is that? Man, that's over 72 years ago. And what you think they on now? If they was on that then 70 years ago, what the hell is they on now? Come on, man. Don't let these people keep you in the third grade level education, man. Thinking that this shit is cartoon and Looney Tune. Man. And yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. They want to make you think, well, they bringing it out now because if the extraterrestrials told them by the end of this year, if you don't tell them, we're going to tell them. It's like this. If the extraterrestrials want to be seen, man, they want to be, they tired of hiding. It's like if you got a lover, if you had them young girls, they have an old man, now they be walking like Mike Epps did a good comedy skit on it about they don't want to be seen with the old man because he got a limp or something. Yeah, so they like the old man with the limp, and the government been getting booty with him the whole time. And the closed doors now, the Grays want everybody to know, hey, we the ones, we've been getting booty for. Go on, tell them, man. I'm telling you, go on, tell them we've been getting booty since 54. We've been, man, since 54. Man, before TVs was colored, man. Color TVs came out. I don't even know if the TV was out then. I ain't know enough to know back then. But damn, man. That's a long time to be getting booty. They all have had kids by now, haven't? Which brings me to the hybrid program and the Project Serpo, where they did, or down at Los Alamos, they were making their own gray alien race, cloning them with humans, and they had created a certain amount of clone these reverse engineers, some of these crafts, and they was planning to do a fake alien invasion using Project Bluebeam with the holograms and shit. Yeah, these the same guys, man. Hey, we know all about them. Man. Doc already told us what they was up to, man. And they said that Doc was crazy. And then they gave him 200 years. Yeah, right? And hide him on the ground 24 hours a day. And cut him off from anybody, that can do anything, really. People that's contact with him. If they gotta be, we ain't gonna talk on that, man. Doc said leave it alone. I got so much I want to say, man. It's so much shit going on right now, boy. Doc said just keep teaching and just leave it alone because people start putting threats. I ain't good on taking threats. I'm telling you, man. I put plays on me because, man, put a threat play on. Trying to put a play on me. I gotta put a play on you. It's only but right. I don't give a damn who you is. Said I'm gonna live. Said this fight another day. I'll tell you, however you want to do it. I play chess. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Ashtar Command ain't no good guys. We don't give a damn if Trump meeting with them. It ain't got it ain't for our better benefit. The Nubians, the original Earthborn people, it ain't got nothing to do with us. Ashtar Command ain't Earthborn. They from all the way from Platees. Take their ass, whatever they got to do, take that shit back to Platees. We don't need it. Because if the shit was good, why Eisenhower get down with it? If your dope was good back then, when Eisenhower sniffed it, he tested your dope. Hey man, the Grays had better dope, man. He tested both dopes at 54. It was, man. He bumped your shit. He bumped their shit. They had some better shit. Yeah, man. So he copped from the graves. Man, now you coming back 70 years later trying to get us to cop the same shit. Nah, man. And the nigga, and then come to find out the Grays had some good shit, but they were backdooring us, man. They were selling their shit too. They sold us a couple bricks. Yeah, they selling other 100 bricks on the side to other niggas. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, we don't trust no aliens. Anybody that ain't terrestrial, we don't trust them. Yeah, don't trust no aliens. What aliens good down with us? They come down and make a deal. All the good ones don't even interfere. They just sit back and watch. And every now and then they might send, if they get approved, they might send somebody in. Sometimes you call them a prophet or some kind of magical guy. And he might say, hey man, this shit don't look right. Hey man, we about to blow the spot if y'all don't chill. And then, you know, usually people chill, usually niggas get their spot blown. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm telling you, man, that's all they do. They don't come down and shake hands. They don't come down and say bye. None of that. They just hit the monitor, man. So when the motherfuckers came in and materialized at Edwards and made deals, yeah, man, Ashtar Command don't got no good. They Hitler, the shit they gave Hitler was some good shit. But the shit that they gave Eisenhower, man, that wasn't no good shit, man. Cause the Allied Thor said it wasn't no good. He could have been hating on them though, man. You know what I'm saying? Hating on them. Them boys, the biggest. Go watch, and people think I'm laughing and I'm making shit up. But go watch a tape I put out called "Crack Dealing Aliens," and it's gonna break. You gonna fall on the floor. Yeah, crack dealing. I got a tape in a different extraterrestrial playlist called "Crack Dealing Aliens," and they break down what I'm telling you about how drugs is an extraterrestrial thing, like marijuana from Cyrus B, the cannabis star system, brought here by the Hindus. That's why the original strand is Hindu Kush. And then they then start drafting different strands from it and calling it different names. But it's all Hindu Kush. And it's all Hindu Kush. And but what they did is stepped in and crossbred it with opium, which is another plant that the Anunnakis brought with them. You can go pull up Anunnakis on the wall, look at Inky holding opium. They got Inky sitting in front of a marijuana plant smoking a joint, carved into the wall. This shit is, smoking a joint. Yahweh Elohim smoke joints. Niggas gonna get mad and say, you don't get over the devil, I'm finna get off, unsubscribe. Yeah, unsubscribe, nigga. Serious, nigga, unsubscribe. Yeah, Yahweh Elohim, your bio was drinking beer and smoking joints. But the God in the cool of the day, he ain't smoke joints and drink beer. He only drunk wine a little bit, not enough to get him drunk. Enlil, he uptight. Enlil, you don't want to hang with Enlil, he uptight, man. He don't drink or smoke really. But the other Yahweh Elohim, the cool one, the ones that really save humans, Inky, he'll smoke a joint and drink a beer with you, man. Yeah, he'll smoke a joint with you. He might get fucked. Inky might get fucked up with you. He'll get messed up with you. You got to go pull up the incident of him and Inanna when Inanna stole the Mies from Inky when she got him drunk. Yeah, damn it, Inanna, I'll give you the world. He steady drinking. Inanna's keeping them drinking. I got a whole series, 8-tape series on the return of Inanna, and it break down the whole story of Inanna. Go to the Inanna playlist. Yeah, Inky smoke a joint. Yeah, I'll give you the world, Inanna. And then Inanna, fine, thick, fine. She show him a little cleavlet, show him a little leg. right? She's smelling good with lipstick and all this on. Yeah, and then she talking in a smooth, sweet feather voice. Yeah, man, it's hard. Yeah, man. I remember busting out laugh, man. Look, you gonna find out that young Ella would live where I was back then, man. I'm telling you. That's why I know all these stories in detail like this. I'm telling you, man. I remember Tahuti saying one time at a meeting when my mama walked by, he said it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. Tahuti was the first one to say that shit. He always say shit, little catchy shit like that. He always got a riddle or a rhyme that he a bust. Tahuti know how to rock a rhyme. To rock a rhyme is tricky. It's hard to rock a rhyme right on time. It's tricky. Yeah, it must be jelly, man, because jam damn sure don't shake like that. You got it. He put like when he say all of his shit, it's got you can feel it, you can see it. What Tahuti said must be jelly, because yes, it was Chris when he dropped it, man. Yeah, man. I got the tape. I got the book of Tammuz coming out. When you hear that book, you're gonna hear a story. One of the chapters is about the chilling with Uncle Tahuti. And you're gonna hear all the little slick lies, some of his lines, punch lines. Tahuti got nothing but punch lines. Tahuti invented punch lines. Nigga, he the one that wrote all the punch lines down. I'm telling you, man. And he a son of Inky. So another thing is to the people you see when my son's got the tail, right? The gold, the ancient Egyptian braid, which represents Inky bloodline from the Dragonian and the Najaru, the Nagas bloodline. And but you're supposed to cut it off when you become a certain age. So there's grown people still walking around with it. I guess they still children of knowledge, in the knowledge. And unless they win it, if they had it from the top, now that's different. You could be old, keep growing that one. The one from the top, that's the warrior gold braid. But the one from the back is the prince braid. My sons got that. I got old pictures I can show you when I was a kid of my ducktail, right? And I didn't even know nothing about it then. My auntie named Aunt Gail, listen to that, Ariska Gail, who do hair, made me and my cousin them always have a ducktail when it was little. But I don't know if she even knew what this information about the rock, because Coming to America wasn't even out then. But remember in Coming to America, Eddie Murphy had the royal ducktail. And then they cut it off when he got over here, right? Actually, in some cultures, they don't cut it off till they become king. Like since his daddy was still living, he really wasn't supposed to cut it off. And then when I think on part 2, they have his dad's funeral while he alive. I mean, part 3, or was it part 2? Where they have his dad's funeral while he's still alive. So he's supposed to cut it off after his dad passed and he become king. But see, Haru became king at an early age because his dad was killed really before he was born. So he was born the king. If you see a picture you see him with a do-rag and a hat on. I always wear a do-rag and a hat. Because I had 360 waves, just like I got now. Back then, the ancient Egyptians were one of our hairstyles is the 360 waves with the ducktail. Now, if you're just not coming in, hit that subscribe button, man. We'll take questions. We got Anunnaki questions, Najaru questions, whatever you want to talk about, really. We keeping you updated on recent information because they're running a scam right now with all the crisis actors. You saw the one going around where they threw the girl off the they supposed to have been bungee jumping, and they just threw the girl clean off. Now I'm saying them boys must have been high. Yeah, high 3 dudes and your ass. They holding you up and they just chunk your ass straight off the with no not even hooking you up. And they saying they ain't know you wasn't hooked up. So all of them were high. Yeah, everybody was high. Even the girl they threw down, her ass must have been high. They must have smoked a joint or some ice or something right before they went up while they did that deal. Or it's some wag the dog, it's some fake ass AI ass shit to keep us from talking about, hey man, yeah, that shit look nice and cool, but what about Jeffrey Epstein's files? And yeah, and him walking around as Palm Beach Pete. And about these other guys who are pedophiles and baby eaters. What about them guys, man? We don't give a damn. Yeah, that chick, them motherfucker. Hey, if that girl let them hold up and throw her off like that, man, it was her time to go, man. It was her. That was her day to go right there, man. If you let motherfuckers hold you up like that, then you know damn well they ain't hooked you up to nothing and walk you right out, throw you off the side. Man, that shit ain't funny, man. But it's this guy. Dang, how dumb is you? But then some motherfuckers stand there filming the shit. That's what make me think that it's crisis, AI, they jacking with us all kind of ways. Y'all seen that, man? They threw that white girl off the side of the bridge with no supposed to be bungee jumping. They ain't hook her to shit. I wish I would have had the video. I would have got that clip, man, for y'all. Shit is crazy. I'm saying to my people, the people, her buddies that went with her ain't watching us saying, hey, hold on, shit. I said they couldn't have been nobody black. Essentially, we know we ain't black Negroes of color, right? But they couldn't have been no Nubian sister, because that Nubian sister would have said, oh shit, hold on. First of all, we ain't doing no dumbass bungee jumping. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of bungee jumping besides down there breaking your neck? You know what I'm saying? What's the purpose? But we know why they do it. Doc already told us why they do bungee jumping and jumping out of planes and want to go look in the deepest caves to see if Bigfoot is. Yeah, we know why they doing all this, because there's 6 ether beings. Doc already, free Dr. Balakazi, y'all, the master teacher. He said that there were 6 ether beings and they got to do these things to reassure themselves that they're alive, because they dead, they're walking dead. So in order to prove that they're alive, they gotta almost die. Right? This is exactly how Doc said it. They gotta almost die. So by jumping off the side of a bridge, almost hitting the ground and surviving, that verifies, hey, well, I'm alive. I'm not dead because I almost died. So if I almost died, that means I'm alive. Right? I'm telling you, man. And so they gotta jump out of planes. They gotta jump off the side of a bridge. They got to go down in the deepest part of the ocean and fuck with some shit that been down there for 1,000,000 years, minding his own damn business. Now they go down there fucking with it and then get mad when they eat his ass, when they eat their ass. You know what I'm saying? Nigga down here minding his own business, he ain't came out the dark for 1,000,000 years. They go down there, oh, that's interesting. Then start poking at him, and then he bite down to the crack of his ass, and they say, oh, he's a bad hell, man. This is evil. This is evil, man. This unknown creature just ate my butt. He's just bit half of my buddy. He bit him in half. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's the shit that we gotta deal with on the Blue Rock. Here on the Blue Rock, man. Let alone dealing with Ashtar Command. We don't want no deals. We don't want your Nessera playing none of that. I'm telling you, man. They want Ashtar Command is white supremacy all day long. Man, the name of their clique is the Great White Brotherhood. Go look it up. Great White Brotherhood? That what the hell that's supposed to? Man, come on, man. We ain't on to the game. Them boys for white supremacy and the Hitler gang and the Nazis and shit. Telling you, man. So yeah, man. Even if it's fake or real. Right, even if the pictures AI, whatever, before AI even existed, they was already talking about meeting with these guys in 54. Now, AI could have been out then, shit, the way they running their game, right? The government and the Majestic 12 and these Jason Society guy, but because we know they had the laser weapons, because when the Greys didn't want to They really robbed the Greys. Really, okay, so it was another incident right after that where the Greys came down to make another scope. That they came, they scored the first shit from them in 54. The Greys came back to make another drop off to Eisenhower and Truman them. And essentially, man, when the Greys gave them the dope, they say, hey man, what kind of pistols them is y'all got? The government said, what kind of pistols is y'all got? The Greys say, hey, nah, man, we ain't came to do no exchange with no pistols. We just came to give you this dope. And then this paperwork that say how to cure syphilis and shit like that. We ain't come to give you none of these guns. Man, the government got mad and said, fuck all that. After they hit, because I guess the dope was so strong that the Greys brought the market beans bottom. When they hit that shit, they went in there and got crazy and said, fuck all that. We don't want we want them guns, and you gonna give them to us or else. The Greys got spooked out, got the hell on out of there, tried to take off. These boys launched an unmanned aircraft carrier, Wayland 50s, man, with a direct energy weapon. That's a laser for people that don't know. Yeah, a laser weapons on a damn drone back in 50s, and shot these boys down, man, because they went turn over the guns and say, oh, you don't want to turn them over, we're gonna shoot it down, take it to area of 51 S4 and put Bob Lazar on it and a couple more other guys, and we're gonna figure out how this shit work, man, so we can make a weapon out of it. I'm telling you, man. So yeah, man, don't trust the government. They ain't told us about Eisenhower. Show us a video of Eisenhower at the show us. Yeah, we know y'all got it. So yeah, we ain't excited about Trump meeting with no Ashtar Command, because whatever they meeting about, they ain't mention us. And if they did mention us, it's how to crack us out, create another type of drug to set us back another 50 years. They got this new shit now, these youngsters on, man. You don't see it. They ain't doing weed and regular shit no more. They doing exotic shit. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, we don't want no deals with no extraterrestrials unless they our family, unless they look like us. Why the hell we make a deal with some tall people that call themselves tall whites? You know what I'm saying? We fuck with the Greys. We being protected by one group of the Greys. They know all of us by name though. They know all of us by name, and all of y'all have been abducted and labeled when you was younger. You just don't remember because they can wipe it out your brain. And they the ones that fly the mothership. The one Wesley Muhammad came on was, I believe, man, I ain't gotta say that he lying, but I believe they just trying to keep that the Nation of Islam narrative going about the black people flying the mothership. Yeah, it is Nubians that control it. They call the Riskians. And the Danaka from the center of the earth, they control it, but the people flying it are the little Greys that look like Orientals. And the ones that crashed in the Roswell crash wasn't from the mother plane. They can't shoot down. They ain't never shot down none of the mother plane ships ever. It still got its 1,500 baby planes. They can't touch it. So for the rest of Lee Muhammad to make a connection with the Roswell crash and the mother plane, I ain't gonna say he don't know what he's talking about, but to me, he don't. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't shot shit down off the mother plane. Man, you know what the fuck you dealing with? Excuse my French. You talk about some shit that they can hide inside of a mountain. They can dematerialize and go inside of a mountain, and they can come out, go in the ocean. They in less than a split second do all of this, and then go up into space 40 miles outside of it. Man, come on, man. And then if they try to, it's untrackable. It's the most elusive vehicle ever created, the most elusive machine ever created. And they can't even, man, it's a waste of time to even take a shot at it. By the time they even think about taking a shot, it'd be in China. If China take a shot at it, it'd be back over New York by the time they get the shot off. So yeah, man, these guys, you know, they should have listened to Dr. Valakaz of York. But they stuck. The CIA try to cover up that they black guys. Man, come on, man. Stop. Come on, stop it, man. Stop it. Them niggas was grays who got burnt crispy because the goddamn Eisenhower and them pulled some shit off on them and blasted them out the sky. But the ones in the Roswell, they crashed because of magnetic storm, according to what Doc said. But they were a whole nother group called the Evens, not the ones, the Ramadians who fly the mother plane. That's a whole different group. The Evens look more, they got smaller eyes versus and Creel and them who's 7 foot tall. They fly the mother plane. Yeah, so they were black, Asiatic black man, unless he talking about the Twi man. I don't know who the hell he talking about. He said they were 4 foot tall Asiatic black man. The only 4 foot tall Asiatic black people I know on the planet that's native is the damn Twi. Because they was in Asia, yeah, before anybody. Them and the Sands, man. So if he's talking about, oh yeah, well, these crafts are being flew by Twi mans. And the ancient Twi man. Now I could go with that, but hey, man, you know, people say, you know, what y'all got, man? Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Somebody says, okay, watch the mother hip, how you feel about? Yeah, so the mother plane, which one? Because it's a whole, it's thousands of mother planes. Now you're talking about the one in Revelations 21, the Crystal City, which is 1,500 square miles, 12 gates made of pearl, etc. Yeah, that place, I got a video on that. I gotta go watch in my different extraterrestrial playlist, The Journey of the Mothership Nuru. And it breaks down that it was 24 crystal cities from what Doc taught us in the Holy Tablets inside of Nubaru. And then I actually broke down and gave like a animation of what it looked like. Yeah, so yeah, it's going to the mothership is cool. Going to Nubaru is cool. We already been there. That's why I give you vivid descriptions of the place in these tapes that I put out. Now, what I want to say is that about the reptilian pickup. See, because the reptilian, now we talk about the Dragonians eating people, right? Now, this essentially happens from what the timeline happens is after all the different family members of the stars races from different galaxies, because you're here at Earth on this blue rock in school, right? And some of y'all don't even look like you look. Like if you look in the mirror now, you got a humanoid form. Some of y'all don't even look like that in your real form, spiritual, etherical form. You look like a bird or a cat race of extraterrestrial. You got a face like a lion. Some of y'all got a face like a bull. Some of y'all got a face like a man. Some of y'all actually look humanoids, but y'all came here as star seeds and as potential etherical energy from different galaxies where the planet is positioned, and that's dealing around the Zodiac. Because, like, say when you come, if you're a Gemini this month, right? The Earth is positioned in Gemini, and so different light frequency from that star system is hitting the planet, and that light frequency is beams, and these beams, your pregnant women breathe this light dust particles in, and those people incarnate into bodies as light particles into the babies when they're in a 3-4 month stage. And so that's who you are, a lot of y'all. And so you here to go through a school, a test, an emotional test to learn all these different emotional frequencies. And then once you graduate, just like you go pick up your child from, if you send them to school, which is really hell, because this place is hell, ain't it? In one paradigm, for some people, this place is hell. So you drop your kid off at school, and then you pick him up at 8 o'clock. Say if you drop him off at 7:30 in the morning, and then you pick him up at 3:30, right? Well, on the galactical scale, one day is a long ass time. So you might have been here 12. I mean, you might have been here 9 incarnations, 9 cycles, 9 ages. You probably been in this school, and then you graduate. So you probably been here a couple, maybe 100,000 years. You might have been here, and then or 100. The number that we heard is 150,000, right? 150,000 years you go to school here, which is a short ass time, by the way, on a galactical scale. If 1 year is 300 billion or 300 trillion years, really is 300 billion in the galactic and Milky Way. When it's the time that a galaxy takes to spin one complete spin, right? Which is your galaxy is spinning on a mass level. So stars are moving, and you're not noticing, but it's moving on a mass level as far as galaxies go, right? So, like, eventually, the ships, Doc said the ships are coming, or the ships are here. Doc said the ships are here, and your family members are here, your parents are here to pick a lot of you up. A lot of you are gonna opt out to stay to be caretakers for the planet and exist in a new heaven and a new earth, which is what they're essentially calling a 5th dimension, a planetary state, highest human resonance, while those who didn't make the shift, who didn't come into this knowledge, who still talking about religion, who still talking about basketball, they still on a 3rd grade level. Their spirit hadn't evolved into a living soul again, because it says now man has become a living soul. Once he become like, in order to become like one of us, you must become Elohims again, a living souls. So a lot of people haven't become living souls. They are more material. They are more attached to the material realm of this world. They're attached to money. They're attached to going to the club all the time. They're attached to going to the gym all the time. It's good to keep yourself in shape and work out, but some people they over excess with their body. So they are more, instead of being more spiritual and connected to the universe, they're more connected to the physical body. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the physical aspect of things. And they're not going spiritual. The spiritual people are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Just like Lucy, as she began to increase her brain capacity in the movie Lucy, she began to, at the end, disappear. Where she was everywhere. When they called her, where you at? She said, I'm everywhere. See, the people who are becoming living souls, you are attaching to everywhere again, which is the all. The all is. Doc taught us all of this. We are becoming one again with the all. There's no number but one. But those who are trapped in the Piscean age, which is divide and conquer, because you're dealing with the yin and yang, the black and white checkerboard floor, you're dealing with dualities, which is not reality. Dualities means like love and hate, which is true love is not the opposite of hate. I mean, the opposite of love. True love is not hate, it's fear. Right. And then it's something that sits in between that. So it's always 3, which is reality. Duality introduced 2 things, which is the trap that Masons, the bad Masons implemented. The duality, and locked us out reality, which is dealing with the 3. The solid, liquid, gas, past, present, future, up, down, and around, hot, warm, cold, God, the Holy Son. No, they took out Mary, and they said the Holy Ghost, the Father and the Son. This type of thing. 3 is 3 or 1. Where we going into the Aquarian age, the high level sun cycle, and there's no number but 1. So if you want to be an individual, you're going to cease to exist. I'm telling you, man. And you can get mad and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. All you want, you're going to fade out. You're going to be trapped in the Piscean age, and you're going to be food for the fish, for the fish gods and the reptilians. They're going to eat your energy just like they been doing for us, on us for the longest. You got to continue being a food source, because you're not smart. it's like this. You got a chicken and you raising chickens, but if them chickens get smart enough to talk, that you know, a talking chicken is hard to eat. But you got some reptilian niggas out here though. They'll eat a talking chicken. They'll say, "Shut up, chicken. I'm finna pluck your ass and fry you anyway. I don't care what you said." Yeah, that's some real live genes right there, man. They'll fly plucking chicken. So you got them type of extraterrestrials there. They don't give a damn if you can talk or not. We gonna cook them. Can we eat him? You know what I'm saying? Hey man, straight up. Like them dudes over in the Crocodile Dundee movie. They was actually Crocodile Dundee, who was a British or essentially a European brought to Australia. The original Australians were saying, "Hey man, can we eat this guy?" Yeah, they eat guys over there, man. It's places where you can get eaten in real life, like balls, and they put some onions and potatoes in there on it with a little bit of black pepper, man. Over in, yeah, man, I'm telling you. So this shit is crazy. But like I said, we got the Ascension manual out. We got 8 books, by the way, by the Young Elder. You want to get those 8 books, all you would do is leave a $40 Cash App, a PayPal, leave your emails in the link, and I'll send you all 8 books by the Young Elder in PDF form over to your emails ASAP. Yeah, but I did the Ascension manual, and I got the Ascension manual playlist that break down a lot of the stuff in the book. But the Ascension manual is essentially the manual way of ascending. When the Anunnakis tried to use machines to do it, they failed. So they too had to come back to Earth. So a lot of you who are here listening right now are some of these people. You are the Anunnaki. You are Inanna. You are these people, right? Inky. Some of y'all, one of y'all, like these people are already out here on Earth because, like Inanna said, they in order to ascend, to get past the block that they set for the karmic debt that they did on Earth, they had to come back and live as Earthlings. So we are reincarnation. Re means to do again. In is the opposite of out. Car is the vessel, and nation is the group of people. So we keep coming back. And then some of y'all even look just like you looked back then. The people that's reincarnates, that were royals of the Anunnakis and the Najarus and these different people, extraterrestrial gods. Some of y'all still look like you look back then. You have strong features looking just like you look back then. And then you got the same drive as you had back then. You doing the same shit then. You singing, you rapping, you writing books, you doing the same shit you did back then. Every lifetime you do the same shit. And then sometimes when you start to read up on the person, you say, "There, this resonate with me," and also, some of your memories start to come back. And what I'm doing when I start to put out, it's a whole bunch of other popular tapes I'm finna put out about all the ancient shit. And when you hear those tapes, a lot of y'all memory gonna start to come back and say, "Oh man, I'm this person, or I'm that person." Oh, I resonate with Ninurtu, or I resonate with Nergal. I resonate with Tahuti, right? And some of y'all are some of y'all are children of these people. So you are a son of Tahuti. You're a son of Murdoch, or a great grandson. Like Lil Boosie is a descendant of Nanar, right? Black Lil Boosie. His whole attitude, his whole demeanor, his whole movement is Nanar, seeing all day long, up and down. Just like the character that they made played Nino Brown in New Jack City, which is what his name is, Wesley Snipes, and his brother G Money would be Bell. G Money was Bell. That New Jack City storyline, "Am I my brother's keeper?" is the storyline. Hey, shout out Dr. Kia Pruitt. Shout out Dr. Kia Pruitt for the super chat. Right? But just keep in mind, and Dr. Kia Pruitt, I'm gonna be getting in touch with you. I'm gonna try to get in touch with you tomorrow so I can bring you on to do a personal interview just with you. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting with you tomorrow. Just be looking for I'm gonna get it from Orisha and get in touch with you. Yeah, so Just be mindful of, like, say, we already, if you want to know about the extraterrestrial, a lot of people don't give a dang about outer space, but we got a lot of stuff on it, right? Breaking it down. And we pretty much covered outer space and on Earth. We got tribal tapes. I got more tribal tapes coming out, and they're gonna break down this, man. We don't want no parts of Ashtar Command, though. So like I say, a lot of y'all are reincarnates of powerful people, and it's in your DNA, it's in your bloodline to tap into these different traits that you got and activate them. But they don't want us to be nobody. That's why they never showed us nobody in the past. They try to cut all of our great people off in the past. They told us Mozart and Beethoven and all these guys were Caucasian, pale face, when they really were Moors. Beethoven is a Moor. Mozart, these are Moors. Isaac Newton, these are Moors. But they lie to us and paint everybody white, just like they did everybody in the Bible. That's why I say give them all their shit back, and we'll create our own shit. We don't need your Bible. No, anything that you whitewash, we don't need it, because it's Ashtar Command. It's the same Yaku agenda. It's the same Adolf Hitler agenda. It's the same divide them and conquer agenda, man. It's all it is. We don't want none of it. And all you people that's listening that think you, because you got light-skinned, you white, check your blood type. Because if you're a type O, hey, yo, welcome to the family. Yeah, welcome to the family if you're type O. Yeah. And if you AB, and if you B, it don't matter what blood type you got, really, welcome to the family. Because all ain't no number but one, because all you niggas mixed in with each other. Everybody mixed in with each other. Chinese mixed in with us. White folks, everybody is together. Somebody's here trying to make us keep arguing with, fighting with each other, while they take our planet on the back, while they usurp us. They go under us and accept they whole shit while we rustling on the ground talking about somebody white and black and yin and yang and Piscean age, pretty much. They want to, because why? Because, hey man, that's what beasts, 2 chickens in the coop, 2 bull chickens, male hens, they bump heads in the coop against each other because they want, it's territorial. Black and white supremacy is nothing but territorial thing. We didn't have that problem in Tulsa, Black Street, Wall Street, until they set up a Ponzi scheme and ran a white girl, damsel in distress, to burn our stuff down. Yeah, man. The same thing in Rosewood in Florida. And South Black Wall Street in South Carolina and North Carolina, and the one in New York. They turned into Wall Street. It was Black Wall Street before it turned into regular today Wall Street, white Wall Street. Yeah, it was the Moors had it. That's why you go up there, you got Day Street and all this. They know what's going on, man. Come on, man. They've been playing lying to us. You know how many everybody that you can think about that's great in the past, just like I'm gonna tell you what kind of psychological trauma they run on us, man. These are type of demons and jinn we dealing with. They Benjamin Banneker, who was a Moor, who laid the whole DC out for these suckers. Essentially, some people saying that he was dirty Moor, and we bumped him for his fizz in the Washington Memorial. That's what Roy said. Right, but he laid out the whole White House, get down the whole DC, right? And then this brother prior to that makes his own almanac, a Moor. This brother prior to that makes a clock, which they still got the big Bay clock in London, I think, right now. But then they couldn't let that brother have that, man. They had to say, oh, no, yeah, he did it. We can't hide it. We can't hide it because too many people know. We can't hide that he did it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a whole fictitious character called Benjamin Franklin. There was no Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin is Benjamin Banneker. And they going to say Benjamin Banneker created a clock 100 years prior to this first brother who did it now. There's more. Moors didn't do it first. It was a white, pale man. You don't got no proof of his existence. You don't got no proof of Benjamin Franklin's existence besides a bunch of crap that they told you that the Moor was doing that they had to cover up. Named Benjamin Banneker. Yeah, this type of game, and then they've been running this game and said they liars, y'all. Keep in mind, don't believe nothing they say. They liars. Their whole organization is started by criminals. They were United States Corp is started by convicts. How many times we got to tell you this? So, unless Ashtar his command here to turn it back over to the rightful people, get the hell on. Somebody blast them fools. Man, somebody should be blasting at them fools when they pull up. I'm telling you, man. Soon we shouldn't even let them fools land. Blast them fools. Because we would be already in charge already if it weren't for them with their white supremacy. And assisting the elder barons, assisting everybody, these people. Because I'm gonna tell you the stuff that live from this. With the help of Ashtar Command, the Dirty Grays and the elder barons, they set up the Cabbage Patch Kids. They're not as thorough as us. So they set up the Cabbage Patch Kids to increase their numbers on our land. They created hybrid, non-soulless beings to take over to make it like they got numbers on our land. And then you wonder why some white guy go out and stab everybody up in his family. He stabbed everybody in his family, his sister, his dad, and his two little sisters, his mama and his dad. He stabbed all of them up while they sleep. And then when the cops come, he got blood all over him. He said he don't know what happened. Yeah, because he is one of them Cabbage Patch Kids. That's why. I'm telling you, man. He's one of those incubator babies from the World Fair. That's why he killed his whole family. And then they say that he was adopted and we did all we could do to raise him, but he just went crazy and killed his whole family. Yeah, I watched it first 48. Guy stabbed his dad, shot his mama with a 22 pistol, all because they cut the internet off in his room. And you telling me that ain't no Cabbage Patch mindset? No, brainless. If I only had a brain, some weird Wizard of Oz type shit, man. Scarecrow. This is what Ashtar Command, they create soulless beings. I told people a long time ago that Ashtar Command had a machine on the moon that could create artificial spirits. And they said I was crazy. Bodhi came out and told them. So I had told Bodhi about it. And they've been creating the artificial souls since they since Hitler. And that's what's powering these Cabbage Patch Kids is artificial computerized souls. They are robots, literally. They are programs, and they can right now type it to a computer, and any one of them could become a Manchurian candidate and wipe his whole family out, or go to a black family reunion, essentially. And we ain't black Negroes of color, we the Moors, by the way. They can go to a Moors wedding or gathering now, and then go there and with a just so happen he got a full armor body suit on and AR-15. He just pull up and start shooting out of nowhere randomly. And thank God that some brothers in the family was scrapped and military guys, and they got the guy back, man. Yeah, this is type of stuff that's going on. And then I told you about the guy with the two white boys, the pale face boy, little boys, put on ski masks and was wiggling the guy door at 2 o'clock in the morning. The guy thought that he was about to get robbed. He turned fire, shot a couple shots, killed one of the white boys. They say, oh yeah, wait, because they was just doing the prank, you accused of murder. You murdered him because they were pranking. See, they were pranking you 2 o'clock in the morning with ski mask on, trying to break in your house. They pranked you. And you take the goddamn Carmelo Anthony. All this shit is wag the dog, man. I don't believe nothing they say, man. It's too. They stories don't. It's just so outrageous. It's so over the top. It's got to be made up. All these stories they selling us. I'm telling you, man. It's got to. It's so. It just don't. It's just ain't no way. They are trying to really piss us off with. Yeah, they just try to piss us off. Ashtar Command, so they can enact Rex 84, which is a part of Ashtar Command plan to get rid of us, and then pull out their neutral Zords from Los Alamos, which they've been engineering and stealing sperm from brothers in jail. Create these neutral Zord race of people. Doc talk about it, and the man from Planet Risk. Yeah, man. So. What else y'all got, man? We ain't want to go crazy on you. It says, where can we get the chart? Yeah, hey, look, I'm still waiting. I'm about to call the Empress, and she might have sent it to me. I just ain't had time to check my emails yet, right? So the Empress might have sent it to me. I just ain't checked the email yet. So I'm going to check the email and see if it's in there. And we'll try to get that over some kind of way where y'all can download it. The picture or whatever. I think I got a way where you can I can load it up to a post on YouTube and you can download it. So we'll try to get that done by tomorrow. Yeah, Dr. Kia Pruitt gonna be getting in touch with you. Because Dr. Kia Pruitt got a different perspective on the matriarch than a lot of other people. She kind of got the same perspective as Duke of Tears. Shout out Duke of Tears. Duke of Tears, he don't agree with the matriarch. He says the matriarch didn't work. That's why he got overthrown. And I think Dr. Kia Pruitt has that same perspective. Me, I'm a little bit in between. I think the matriarch is rightfully the rightful people because it's going back all the way to, but it's got to be some kind of we're dealing with another. Well, it's no number. It's not a separation. What I think it is, it's not gonna be matriarch or patriarch. It's gonna be something totally new. What's gonna combine both of us, but everybody's gonna play their part or whatever their part is. Everybody got to play their part, right? So yeah, we're gonna get. But like I say, young elder, I take in perspectives. I don't really like to say, oh, this guy's wrong or that guy's wrong or he don't know what he's talking about. I just like to listen to him and see how why he's saying what he's saying, why he think. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. Being a scientist, I'm a scientist, man. I like to sit. So Duke of Tears, he don't agree with the. He says it failed. I actually got a tape coming out on it. It's called the debate versus the patriarch versus the matriarch. The debate. I also I finished that tape about the Goddess Globe. It's called the Wisdom of the Goddess. I'm probably gonna drop that probably Thursday. What else I was gonna say? Man, show us some love on the Cash App. It's like say you want to get the books, we got that. What else? Yeah, man, we don't support Ashtar Command. We don't support the marker being grazed. Whatever Trump has got going with them guys, it damn sure ain't benefiting us. I'm telling you that now. So yeah, Trump meeting up with them. What are you doing? They getting booty? What they doing, man? That's the only thing they can be doing. Getting booty to us. And booty and pirates, because Ashtar Commands are pirates. Yeah, pirates is out of space. You can sail out of space. You don't need technology, advanced technology to travel out of space. You can sail out of space just like you sail on the ocean. All you need, instead of like the sails you got on ocean that hold wind, you need stellar sails. Like you need a different type of texture that can catch the waves out of space, because it's different currents out of space that extraterrestrials tap into, and they can move through outer space off the currents, off the magnetic current through outer space. So you can sail in a boat out of space, not like a boat on the ocean. It had to be, where you can breathe inside of it, and it convert certain types of gases into breathable material. But like I said, and it's got to be able to withstand negative 270 degrees. We could get into all of the stuff that you had to check out the list. But like I say, it's solar winds in space, solar winds from different stars. And that's one of the technologies that Nibiru used to move throughout the galaxy. Yeah, so somebody was coming on saying, man, Inky, that stuff Inky was creating, man, that's cupcake. But you gotta realize when Inky was creating that shit, you talking about billions of years ago, and he was creating stuff that was conducive to Earth, not for other planets. It was conducive to work along with Earth. So the submarine, which he made from watching the whales, the Mer rocket ships, which he made from watching the eagles, the helicopters, which he made from watching the dragonflies. And we break that down in the Inky Birth of Inky tape. But it also connects with another tape we put out called Ancient Technology in the Bible, where we break down a Jonah and a whale really was a submarine, and that the whirlwind that Enoch went up into the air and really was a helicopter. Tanks are mentioned of in the Bible. Airplanes are mentioned of in the Bible on a locust with breastplates, who had hair. The hair is the blades spinning on the front of the aircraft. Doc broke that down in this book right here. It's right here, the only book I got out right now. The NGO about Dr. Malachi York. See, I think this is where he break down none but the revelations and translate the revelations by Master Teacher Dr. Malachi York, the NGO, the book of Revelation. So yeah, man. What's else? It says those are on the pyramid too. What's on the pyramid, brother? The Ankhs, the Ankh, the key, the Ankh key. Ankh is Tahuti. Somebody said, hey man, shout out everybody wherever you're from. Shout out Texas, man, in the building, man. Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, New York, California, Arizona, man. Yeah, so helicopters, man. Yeah, helicopters, tanks, all that's mentioned of in the Bible. Cell phones, exactly. That's right. Cell phones, all this is mentioned of, and we put all that out in a tape called Ancient Technology in the Bible in a different extraterrestrial playlist, which will connect with the Inky tape we just put out, The Birth of Inky, where you see how Inky designed all of those crafts. And Inky was the Yahweh always saving the humans and picking the people up. And while Enlil was trying to destroy them and destroy them in the flood or poison them, Enlil would send a plague. Inky would come in and save them. Tell them, oh, go to Egypt. Oh, hold on, for the man. Say you in the bind. Hold up, I'm gonna pull up on you, man, in the helicopter. And then they said, but they dumb us down, and because they want to keep us like the chicken, so they tell us, oh yeah, it was a whirlwind. They want to keep us dumb like a chicken, so they tell us, oh yeah, it was a whale. They ate a guy, swallowed him, went underwater for 3 days, swim around. Then he came back up and spit him out on him. Yeah, man, get the hell out of here. Yeah, man, you can tell that shit. That's a nursery rhyme. Yeah, it sounds like a nurse. Yeah, man. But the elites know, hey, man, it was Inky who had designed the submarine after the whale. So when he pulled up on these regular humans who didn't know what it was, and a guy get in, him and Inky swang around to the Abzu for 3 days. He take him to visit the Abzu, and then for 3 day vacation, then he swang him back in the sub. If they see him get out, they say, oh yeah, man, and the whale spit him out. Yeah, man, that's what it was. Yeah, so we on to the game, man. We way ahead of the game thanks to Dr. Malachi York, man. If it weren't for Doc, man, I'm telling you. Doc sped us up in the race. Doc is the man before the finish. Doc was the third man in the race. And man, Doc had to catch us up. Why? Because they use crack. They use a whole bunch of drugs. They use a bunch of shit to slow us down and to get us off. But Doc sped us back up with all was getting us out the box. Doc had to get us out the box in order for us to make it, and he got us out the box. By 1997, after the Osiris procession, we was out the box. For a lot of people were still in the box. They want to say, "Oh, what about Jesus? Or what about Abraham? Or what about Moses, man? Tell us more about Moses. Man, ain't you tired of hearing about Moses?" Yeah, Doc, he was ready to go to the, yeah. I'm telling you, man. And so, before while they was bomb rushing them with all these religious questions, the devil kidnapped him. In the meanwhile, in a vicious way, bust all of his wonders out. They made it hysterical because they were hoping that he reacted in a way where they could murder everybody. They came to the land, to the Holy Land, to murder everybody. They had body bags. That's what we dealing with, man. They had AR-15s to little kids, 3, 4, 5-year-old kids' head. Want them to act funny or make a move so they can blow their head off. What kind of people is these? See what I'm saying? That's what we dealt with. Well, I wouldn't never dealt with it, but that's what our family dealt with. The Nuwapians and the Sabines. Some of them call themselves Sabines now, right? That's another school, right? The Sabine school is the next school after the Nuwapian school, essentially. So yeah, man, they thought they did it. They thought they stopped it though when they got the master, and then they sent the sabotage team to try to sabotage his information, but that didn't work. So what they gonna do now? It's really over with now, man. Y'all really lost. Go tell your boss you lost. Yeah, you might want to call your boss and tell him it's over with, man. We already won, dog. And on that note, man, look here, man. Check this out. Free Malachi Z. York, the master teacher. Hey, free the L. Rookie, Jeff Ford. Free Larry Hoover, man. Let the 3 kings walk. We should send divine love throughout the boundless universe to all. Wadu. Never have it been made so clear.